Going to the Olympics is a dream come true for young athletes, but life afterward can be a nightmare for some of them.
9 News reporter Courtney Yoon and photojournalist Amy Hunter introduce us to an Olympian who shares her struggles after competing on the world's biggest stage.
It's the moment she dreamed about her whole life.
But I crossed the finish line.
Olympian Alice Merryweather is racing in the 2018 Winter Games.
Woohoo! Yeah, Alice! And I see a green light, which means you're in the lead.
The moment was short-lived.
And I have my family. I can see them in the stands right in front of me.
But she'll cherish it forever.
That was really a culmination of everything I'd put into my career.
But she says no one prepared her for life after the Olympics.
I saw these students around me who had a life plan. They knew what they wanted to do. They knew what they were majoring in. And I was just this skier.
That spring is when Merryweather says she turned inward during her first term at Dartmouth.
And I think the kind of come down from the Olympics really left me in this puddle of not really understanding who I was outside of my sport.
She says self-loathing was building under the surface.
I needed to get better at my sport, and I needed to just be a better human because clearly I was falling behind, and that's how I felt about myself at that point.
By the time COVID hit in the spring of 2020,
that was kind of the last little thing that fully flipped that switch and for me activated my eating disorder.
Athletes have a 3 to 5 times increased risk of developing disordered eating than the general population, according to Dr. Mark Allen. This includes disorders like anorexia, bulimia, and binge eating.
Then if you look at weight-based sports and aesthetic or appearance-based sports, the risk is even higher. In fact, a majority of female athletes in those two categories actually have an eating disorder.
Dr. Allen is a sports psychiatrist at Athlete Edge in Denver. He says they have one of 2 programs in the country that treats eating disorders specifically for athletes.
The problem with sports is that forever we've been told to power through our injuries and just toughen up, kid, versus what if the person's really struggling?
Their team has a medical staff, nutritionists, therapy, performance coaches to help with the athlete identity, as well as strength and conditioning coaches to get them back to their sport in a healthy way. All of those resources helped Merryweather get back to what she loves.
My advice to anyone out there that has someone come up to them and say, hey, I'm worried about you, is listen to that.
Newly retired from professional skiing, she's looking forward to what's ahead.
I am always very mindful now and try to rein myself in whenever I start comparing my own body because it never leads anywhere good.
With photojournalist Amy Hunter,
plan is to actually take this year to ski for fun and decompress for a little bit.
Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
Merryweather and Dr. Allen say when you're watching athletes at home, don't talk about their bodies or their physical appearance. Instead, focus on what they're doing and how amazing that is.